How's it going, everyone? It's Joe from Joe's Thrill Journeys here. I wanted to talk to you about an upcoming trip that I've been planning for months, and it's finally here. I'm really excited for it. So let's just dive into it. I'm planning to visit the Midwest. I haven't been to this part of the Midwest in 9 years now, so I'm really looking forward to it. And this specific part of the Midwest, we're going to be visiting Arkansas. So I have family that lives in Arkansas. Last time I was there was for a wedding that was in 2016, and it was a Star Wars themed wedding. It was a lot of fun. It was very unique. I remember a lot of it because of how unique it was, but also it was during 4th of July weekend, which is actually the same weekend that I'm recording this video, which is ironic. And I remember it's a lot different than how it is in Jersey. So in Arkansas, they were shooting off fireworks in their front yard, which was definitely an experience. I actually was asked if I wanted to shoot off fireworks with them. I chose to watch from the back because I didn't really trust myself around fireworks. I still don't. I don't know what it is. I guess I'd just rather be safe than sorry. So it was a lot of fun to see that experience. That was awesome, and I'm gonna be going back there for the first time in 9 years. Gonna catch up with some family I haven't seen in a little bit. Usually the family comes out to where my parents are from in Jersey, so it'll be nice to visit them out in Arkansas for a change. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm gonna be spending time with my aunt, uncle, and cousin, and while we're together, we're gonna be visiting Silver Dollar City. So I've never been to this park before, but I'm really looking forward to it. There's two rides specifically that stand out to me personally. The first one is Outlaw Run. I'm really looking forward to that one because it's an RMC, and if you know me, RMCs are two of my favorite rides right now. And I'm really looking forward to getting another coaster count of an RMC. So it'll be a lot of fun. But the other ride that I'm looking forward to the most there is probably Time Traveler, which is a Mac Extreme Spinner. I don't think I've been on one of these before, so it'll be nice to get a new ride experience. I'm definitely looking forward to that, and it'll be awesome. So, other rides at the park include Wildfire, Powder Keg, and Thunderation. Wildfire is probably the next one that I'm looking forward to the most out of those ones because it's a B&M, and I love B&Ms. I know it gets a little bit of a hate for like a rattle, but I don't really notice it most of the time. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to the most at Silver Dollar City. I plan on giving you guys like the usual instant reactions, some footage of the rides in motion, as well as just scenery from the park. I think it's going to be a great video that I'm looking forward to bringing you guys. But that's not the only thing that I'm going to be doing on this trip. So, like I said, I have 9 days. So we have a bit. Next night we have a game that I'm going to be going to. It's going to be the Mets versus Royals in Kansas City, not too far from where a friend of mine lives, actually, who used to live in Jersey. He now lives in Kansas City. I'm going to be meeting up with a friend at the game. We're going to hang out for a few days. And while I'm with my friend, we're going to be visiting Worlds of Fun together. So I've never been to Worlds of Fun either. It's a park that's in Missouri, Kansas City, and it has a few different coasters that I'm looking forward to. The first one is a D.H. Morgan Hyper called Mamba. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's got a 205-foot drop, 75 miles an hour, and I love hypercoasters. Some of my favorite hypercoasters are Diamondback, Candemonium, Mako, Nitro. Those are some of my favorite ones that off the top of my head. And I'm really looking for Phantom's Revenge, which I just got off of about a week ago. That was a lot of fun. Really looking forward to riding another good hypercoaster. But there's other coasters that are at Worlds of Fun that I'm looking forward to. Patriot, B&M Invert, and then there's two GCI wooden coasters there, Prowler and the Zambezi Zinger. Those are going to be lots of fun to get on. And then there's also two other coasters at Worlds of Fun. One of them is a Boomerang by Vekoma, which I'm pretty sure I've done this exact thing a few times before, so I don't know if I'm going to be riding it. We'll see how the line is. If it's less than like a 10-minute wait, I might just do it to say that I did it, but if it's a long wait, I might just skip it because I've done several others that are just like it. We'll see. And then the other one there is Spinning Dragons. So Worlds of Fun is going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then I'll also be there with a friend. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I've never been to Worlds of Fun. It's been on my list ever since I found out my friend was in Kansas City, and I knew I was going to get out there eventually. So it was just a matter of when. And now the time is when. The time is now. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. But then I have a few days of rest and like relaxing for a little bit. And like I said, it's going to be a long trip. So then after that, I'm going to be visiting a few parks of my own. So on Tuesday, after relaxing and resting a little bit, I'm going to be visiting Six Flags St. Louis for the first time. Never been in St. Louis in my life. It'll be a first time experience. I'm really looking forward to it. There's a few rides at the park that stand out as far as what I've seen. The Boss looks like a fun wooden. Mr. Freeze looks insane. I hear there's a couple of them in the country, so this will be my first Mr. Freeze experience. The Screaming Eagle is a Philadelphia Atomic Coasters that wooden ride that I'll be getting to go on. That's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. And also American Thunder is another GCI wooden, so that'll be great. Ninja is going to be a fun ride. There's also a Batman the Ride clone, which we have a Batman the Ride at Six Flags Great Adventure, so it'll be nice to see how that one compares. It's probably going to be the exact same experience if I had to guess, but you never know. Maybe it could be a mirrored experience. Who knows? So it'll be a lot of fun to ride that. There's a Pandemonium, which I am not a fan of Pandemonium at Six Flags New England. So if it's anything like that, I'll ride it if the wait's not too bad. But that's what I'm not looking forward to riding. There's a Mine Train, and then there's also a Rookie Vekoma coaster called the Rookie Racer. So that's going to be at Six Flags St. Louis. Can't wait to get there. There's a few great rides that I'm looking forward to. But also, the park that I'm probably looking the most forward to is after that. So for originally, actually, I was going to do this park during the day, Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana. But actually, what I'm going to be rerouting my trip a little bit, not too much. So I was going to be doing two parks in one day on this day because you don't really need a lot of time at either of these parks. So I was going to do Holiday World and then Kentucky Kingdom because they're about an hour apart, and they're, like I said, there's really not a ton of coasters there, so you don't need a full day. So I'm going to do Kentucky Kingdom first because I want to get some night rides on the voyage. So let's start with Kentucky Kingdom. So there's two rides there that stand out to me. The first one is the Wind Chaser, which is another RMC, and you guys, like I said, I just love RMC rides. All of them are insane. So any chance I have to get another RMC on my list, I'm doing it. So I'm going to be doing that. Lightning Run is going to be another fun ride. And Kentucky Flyer and Woodland Run are other rides at Kentucky Kingdom that I'm looking forward to doing. Really looking forward to that park. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shouldn't take too much time. Should be like a few hours in and out. Nice and fun. But then the reason why I chose to do this during the day, maybe a little extra driving than I need to, but you know what, it's going to be worth it because I get to do Holiday World at night. At night, as SpongeBob would say. And there's some legendary wooden rides at Holiday World that I'm really looking forward to. I'm hearing that they could rival El Toro, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most probably on this trip. Let's start off with the non-wooden coasters there. So there's Good Gravy, which is a Vekoma Boomerang, and there's also Thunderbird, which I'm actually looking forward to Thunderbird because it's a wing coaster. Haven't been on too many of those. I've been on Gatekeeper, but that's probably it as far as wing coasters. So it'll be a nice new experience. But there's three legendary woodens that are at Holiday World that I'm really looking forward to. The first one is Raven. It's not the tallest and it's not the biggest one there, but it's definitely, I've heard good things about Raven. Legend is like the mid-tier one. That's going to be a lot of fun. The one that I'm really looking forward to, though, is the Voyage. So this gets compared to El Toro a lot, and I'm really looking forward to a nighttime ride on this because I love the Beast personally. That's probably my El Toro and Beast are my two favorite wooden rides, and I think this might be better than one of them. I'm not really sure exactly yet. We'll see. But from the stats, from what I've read, from all the rave reviews, riding this at night is going to be well worth it, and it might jump into my top like 5 or 10. So I'm really looking forward to the Voyage. So I'm making sure to do this at night, and it's going to be my last ride of the night at Holiday World, no matter what. I'm gonna save that one for last. That's like the whole reason for the trip. So at least that's what I'm gonna be doing at Holiday World. Looking forward to that probably the most. I think that's the park that I've really been wanting to go to because the Voyage looks insane. So we're gonna do the Voyage, and after that, I'm gonna start driving about halfway to Six Flags Great America. So I don't want to do the full drive at once because it's kind of far. So I'm gonna drive like maybe 3 hours after finishing up Holiday World around like 8 o'clock on that day, and I'll get to around like somewhere like halfway around midnight or so, and I'll stop and rest for the day, and then it'll be bright and early on the final day of the trip and get to Six Flags Great America. So at Six Flags Great America, there's a ton of different coasters there. I think there's 15 or 16, but a lot of them are re-rides or credits that I already have. So I'm going to focus on the newer credits that are at Six Flags Great America. There's another RMC, so I think there's 3 RMCs that I'm getting on this trip. And it's going to be a lot of fun. That one's called the Goliath. I'm really looking forward to that. There's also Raging Bull, which is another hyper. I've heard great things about this hyper coaster. I love hyper coasters, as I mentioned. There's an Intamin wooden called American Eagle. There's Max Force, which is a launch coaster. There's Viper, which actually I remember Six Flags Great Adventure had a coaster called Viper when I was a kid. It's no longer there, but Viper at Six Flags Great America is going to be a lot of fun. X Flight. It's a B&M wing coaster, so I guess I'll get 2 B&M wings on this trip, which is I didn't even expect that. It's kind of interesting. Another Batman the Ride clone, which that'll be 2 on the same trip. And then there's an arrow looping coaster called Demon. There's a Flash Vertical Velocity, but it's not the same type as the one that's at Great Adventure. Apparently, it's this one's an Intimate Impulse, and the one at Great Adventure is a Boomerang. So it's a little bit different, but or it's not a it's a type of boomerang at Great Adventure. It's a little bit different. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get a different Flash Vertical Velocity. Then there's Whistler, Superman Ultimate Flight, which we actually have at Great Adventure too. There's a lot of similarities between this and Six Flags Great Adventure, so it'll be. I'm curious what the differences are. We'll see. I'll find out when I get there next week, or actually, I guess technically it's in 2 weeks. But yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. So that's how I'm gonna round up my trip, and then after that, I have a flight back on the same night. It'll be late at night, so I'll have a few hours at the park, and then I'm gonna be driving about an hour to get to the airport right after, and then I have a recovery day on Friday. It'll be at home, and then I get back to work. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this trip. I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a preview of what I am looking forward to the most, what I'm going to be doing on this trip. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I plan on vlogging every experience that I have at these theme parks and sharing it all with you guys. So I'm hoping that you look forward to this as much as I am. Can't wait to get inside these parks and bring you some reactions. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you are getting excited for all the content that's coming your way, because there's a bunch of videos that I have planned that'll be at the parks, like I said. And yeah, so thank you again for watching. I hope to see you soon, and have a great night. Thank you again for watching. Good night, everybody.